Show up as you are. Prepare. Seek mentorship. Salt in the salt shaker will not flavor the world. You have to get out and be shaken. And sometimes God will actually shake you out of your comfort zone. The only way to know that you actually can is take action. Hello and welcome to today's episode. My name is Coach Blessed Abby, your mindset transformation and holistic wellness coach. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this your channel of choice. I appreciate you. Today I have a question for you. Are you the person the world is waiting for? Are you that coach? Are you that preacher, that artist, that architect, the songwriter, the book writer that the world is waiting for? Are you that politician that the world is waiting for, the leader that is supposed to bring change in that organization and the world is waiting for you? Is the solution you really want waiting for you? Are you waiting for a solution, but the solution is waiting for you? All of us are created with a special and unique purpose, an assignment that only us can fulfill. And sometimes we take too long and we are afraid of actually coming out and fulfilling that purpose. None of us is a mistake. For a very long time, I felt like I was that mistake. I felt purposeless, talentless, like I had no assignment. I felt like when God was giving people talents and assignments, He forgot about me. So I would be in these big meetings, conferences, and speakers would start saying, you have a talent, you have a purpose, you have something you came here to do. And I would think, me? Talent? Purpose? These guys are mistaken. And then at times they would go ahead and tell us, write down your talent. And because I wanted to be like everybody else, and I wouldn't fail to write something, I would write, I'm a singer. And do you know why I wrote I'm a singer? It's because as a young child, I always thought that my talent was singing. But that was crushed one day when we were singing in school as a class 2 child. And my teacher came and just pulled me out of the line and said, Abby, you cannot sing. I didn't hear Abby, you cannot sing. What I heard is, Abby, you can do nothing. My dreams were crushed. I felt like I had nothing to do on earth. That is where I started struggling with low self-esteem, low self-worth, feeling like I was purposeless. I was just hiding from the world. I felt too little. I felt insignificant. And that made me now fear to be seen. Then one day, I thank God I met a life coach. I started my transformational journey, my journey of becoming. This is when I realized who I am, I got grounding in my identity, and I got clarity of vision and purpose. And I'm grateful that today, I am a solution to somebody. I help others discover who they are and just get grounded in their purpose and clarity. Clarity is what we need for us to do what we are called to do on earth. The Bible in Matthew 5 says, you're the light of the world. People don't light a lamp and put it under a basket. They put it where people can see it so that it can be useful to the world. It also calls us the salt of the earth. So where are you called to be the light? Where are you called to be the salt? Yet you've remained unseen. The world has not even known that you are that person that they have been waiting for. Let me pause for a moment and ask, have you subscribed to this channel? Please do so. Help us to grow. Like, share, and even share your thoughts in the comment section. Share with us, what do you think is that thing that you're called to be the light and the salt that you need to take action today? Let's look at some of the things that make people afraid of being seen. One of them is the imposter syndrome. That feeling that you're inadequate and incompetent. Even when you have evidence to prove otherwise, you still feel like, no, I'm not really that person, I'm not that coach. I felt that for a very long time. When people would call me Coach Abby, I would feel like, I'm not ready. Yes, I've gone to school, I've studied this, but I would feel like I'm not ready for this. I would feel like they're talking about someone else and not me. Could you be struggling with the imposter syndrome? Another reason that can keep us from being seen is feeling that we are not ready. We feel like we are not yet set for what we are called to do. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, talks about being in motion versus taking action. When you're in motion, you keep saying that, I'm going to do this one day. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And you keep convincing yourself that there's something you're doing and it actually makes you feel fulfilled. It's a place where you have so many delay tactics. And some of us will say, I'm praying about it, I'm waiting to hear for the voice of God in this. But then sometimes we say we are waiting on God, but God is actually waiting on us. Taking action is where you take that first step. You move from saying, one day I will do this, and move to saying, today is my day one. I'm going to take that first step. I'm just going to start somewhere. And that will make a difference. That will help you overcome that feeling of, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for what I'm called to do. So take action today. Number 3 is comparison. Comparing yourself to somebody. You have this idea of who you have to be for you to be perfect for what you're called to do. And comparison is actually when you have this person, maybe it's a role model, somebody you feel has done so well, that artist that has done so well, a writer that has written bestseller books, and you're thinking, how do I write like them? How do I draw like that person? How do I lead like that person? Did you know that the best person to compare yourself to is the version you were yesterday? If you keep comparing yourself to somebody else, you will keep feeling like you're not ready, you're not that person that should do it. For example, if you're to be a footballer and you keep thinking, I have to be like Ronaldo, I'm mentioning him because he is an icon for my son. You want to be like him first for you to start. Ask yourself, where did this person start? Did they start from the top? So are you waiting to start from the top? So stop comparing yourself to other people and take that action. Just decide that the best person I will compare myself to is who I was yesterday. If today you're doing better, even if it's just 1%, 2%, then you have a reason to go on. So take that action. The number 4 reason that will make us afraid of being seen is the fear of what people will say. Most of us suffer from the people-pleasing mentality. We are thinking, what will somebody else say? We need external validation. We need that validation that does not come from internal. We want to do something and somebody else say you did well. And when you don't get that, we become discouraged. Are you struggling with what people will say? Whether you do something, they will still talk. People will talk anyway. If you do something, they will talk. If you don't do something, they will talk. So why not just go ahead and do it? Because either way, they will still say something. They will either congratulate you or talk about you and say you're not doing your best. But as long as you're rolling and you're putting in that action, you have a reason to go on. The number 5 reason that keeps people from being seen is being so comfortable in the comfort zone. Being comfortable in that state of inaction. And you're just comfortable, you feel like there is warmth in your comfort zone. But remember, comfort zone is that place that nothing grows. You will feel comfortable, but nothing will be growing. And when you look back years later, you'll start thinking, why didn't I take action? I should have done something about this. I should have just taken that one step. You will be looking at people who started who didn't just talk about it, but they started, and you'll be regretting. So instead of regretting later, start today. Move out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to move out of that comfort zone and go do something about that which you know you're called to do. We have said before that the pain of not trying is worse than the pain of failure. When you try and you fail, you will learn a lesson. But if you never tried, you'll be thinking, I never tried, and that pain is worse. So which pain is better? Choose one. That pain that you choose will either keep you in your comfort zone or help you to move out of your comfort zone. The number 6 reason people are not seen is waiting for the perfect time. You keep saying, I will do this tomorrow. Tomorrow is your favorite word. I will do this next week. Next week comes next month. Next month comes next year. And then when it's mid-year, you say, no, it's too late. I will take it to the next year. And you never start at all. You keep procrastinating. Actually, the reason people procrastinate is because they are afraid of something. The question is, what are you afraid of? You need to face your fears. The only way to beat your lions is actually to face them. Take them head on. Ask yourself, what are my fears in this area? What pain am I avoiding in this area? When you start thinking like that, you will push yourself and decide that I must take action today. Robin Sharma says, we do not procrastinate because we are busy. It's just because we are scared of something. He also says, procrastination is an act of self-hatred and lack of belief in one's abilities. So, what is that you're so afraid of? Are you having that lack of self-belief? Face your lions. Take them, write them down. Write down, this is what I'm afraid of. And ask yourself, is this fear valid? Will I be proud of myself if I face myself in the next 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, and I'm thinking, this thing is what I feared, I should just have overcome it. The other reason, and the last one, is the fear of making mistakes. We want to be perfect. We want to appear as being perfect. And actually this one carries all the other fears because we want to please people. We are afraid of what other people will say, and so we fear mistakes. But mistakes are the only way of learning. For you to grow in any area, you have to embrace your mistakes. You look at something and say, this is what I did wrong today. How can I do better tomorrow? And when you think like that, you keep improving, you keep growing. Once again, let me pause and say, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it to someone else. And what are your thoughts? What fear has kept you? Please share with us in the comment section. Let us know which of the 7 fears has kept you from being seen or from taking action in that one thing that you know, this is what I'm actually called to do. So how can you overcome the fear of being seen? The first step is show up as you are. In the book Atomic Habits, chapter 11, he says, keep walking as long as you're not walking backwards. He shares a story of photography students. One group was given an assignment to take one photo and perfect it the whole semester. And then they will be examined with that one photo. Another group was assigned to take random photos and not care about how perfect it was. And guess what? The group that actually won and ranked higher at the end of that semester was this group that took very many photos. Because as they kept taking the photos, they kept learning, they kept perfecting. But these people who just took one photo and kept perfecting it, they didn't have the best because they were just focused on one photo. So how many photos do you need to take? How many trials do you need to make? When I was starting a YouTube channel, I remember one person saying, you will need to do at least 100 horrible videos for you to do a good one. I don't know how good mine is right now, but I'm glad I took action. So which action are you going to take today? I say crawl, walk, run, fly. As long as you're moving, keep moving. The worst place to be is being stagnant and saying, I will start tomorrow. The second thing is prepare. Preparation is important for any assignment. Myron Golden says, opportunity will show up. It will surely show up. But it will either expose you or reveal you. If you've not prepared, your opportunity will expose you as this person who was never ready, who was just there doing nothing. But if you're prepared, it will reveal the coach that you are, the footballer that you are, that great person, the artist that you are. So take time to prepare. But again, a word of caution, preparation can be a comfort zone. We can remain in preparation stage for a very long time. So as you prepare, remember that you need to set a goal to take action and take it as soon as possible. Number 3, seek mentorship. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Other people have gone before you. They've already hit the pitfalls. They have come out. They have, had all the hard times. So talk to them. If they are willing, a good mentor will be willing to share with you what they have gone through, what to avoid, and where you need to be patient, because definitely it's a journey of patience. Seek help. Don't try to walk alone. They say that if you want to go fast, walk alone. If you want to go far, walk with people. And mentorship is one great way of working with people. Number 4, embrace your mistakes as a pathway of growth. Don't expect perfection when you're starting. Allow yourself to make mistakes. But when you make a mistake, don't beat yourself. Don't harass yourself. Don't talk negatively to yourself about the mistakes. Take them as an opportunity to learn and keep improving. As we have said, the pain of not trying is worse than the pain of failure. So you'd rather make a million mistakes and keep learning. Talk to anybody who is thriving in any specific field. They have made a lot of mistakes. They have learned from them and they keep making mistakes. We are never perfect, but we keep growing. So embrace your mistakes. Don't wait for that day that you're perfect for you to start taking action. Salt in the salt shaker will not flavor the world. You have to get out and be shaken. And sometimes God will actually shake you out of your comfort zone. Because for the salt to move out of the salt shaker, you shake it. Maybe the things you're going through are the shaking that you need for you to leave your salt shaker. For me, I had to go through things for me to realize that I am called to be a coach. I'm called to lead people through their journeys of healing, self-discovery, and to be the person that I am today. So maybe the things that you're going through are actually the salt shaker, or God shaking you out of your salt shaker. So leave the salt shaker today and go flavor the world. The only way to know that you actually can is take action. Take that first step. Leave that space of being in motion and take action today. If you're listening to me, you've heard all this, but you're still thinking, hey, this is hard. You need help. That is what I am here for. A coach to guide you through that, finding your clarity, grounding yourself in your identity and discovering who you are and taking that action. Check the description box for our contacts and book your coaching session today. I would also like to invite you for a session I will be running online via Zoom on 27th August 2025. In this session, we'll be reclaiming our identity, our purpose, and our power. Sign up today and let us work together. Let us create that awareness and just talk about it. Find out, where did you lose your identity? Where have you given up your power? And where do you need to ground yourself in your purpose? Once again, thank you so much for watching. And let me tell you, if there is one thing that I had to challenge myself to show up for, is creating this YouTube channel. So please support me. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it to someone else out there. and share your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here. See you again for another life transforming episode. Bye.